Beautiful people, it's me, E.L. Winston, your resident old man here at Blackout Magazine. And do I have the pleasure today, a awesome guest, my brother from another, Dr. Elijah. Please introduce yourself to our amazing readers.
What's up, everybody? I am Dr. Elijah Nicholas. My pronouns are L, he, and him. And I'm excited to be here to talk with y'all today and just answer any questions, share my story, and just vibe a little bit.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's get into it. So last week I saw a post that came up and I was like, "Oh, that's really interesting about the National Trans Visibility March or NTVM."
Yes.
And so I was like, "Oh, let me reach out to Doc and see if we could get together and talk about it some.
hmm
Um can you tell a little bit about what is the march and how it got started?"
Absolutely. So the National Trans Visibility March started in 2018. Our founder is the one and only Marissa Miller. And we are in our, what is that, seventh year. This year makes the seventh year of having a march. And every year, even during the pandemic, it was a virtual march, but every year it's a time for trans and non-binary folks and our allies to get together and march. Really, in the past, it's been in solidarity, in celebration, in a time for coming together. And while it's still those things this year coming up, we've taken a pivot. We've done a hard pivot actually, and we're more focused now on the obvious things that are going on, the inequities and injustices for transgender and non-binary people. And so this year, when we come together, we're really focused on policy and strategy, and healthcare and research, and making sure that people are informed about their rights and informed about what we are doing as community leaders to help move the needle on trans and non-binary equity.
I love it, and I'd like to say again, congratulations on being named the lead strategy director.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, it is something that I do not take lightly, especially during this time that we are in. And so I'm grateful for your kind words. Thank you, EL.
You're so welcome. Now, in years past, so the structure that is in place now that was announced, that's now going to be in place for the one coming this year. Has
Yeah.
it always been that structure, or is that a new thing?
So it's yes and. So the first, my understanding is the first couple of years, we always had a board of strategy directors. And then I think it was maybe 2022 and 23, they went with the traditional nonprofit executive director strategy. And this year we decided to go back to the director strategy because that provides the opportunity for more community members to be involved and versus having like one or two leaders. Now we have 15 strategy directors. And so I'm so, well, 16 including me. And so now you have ideas coming from 16 minds versus one or two minds. And it's, one thing that I'm really proud of is that we have a board that really reflects the diversity of our trans and non-binary community.
I love that. Yeah, I was checking out the announcement and I saw the different directors. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I kind of like that. It-
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I am what many would consider an elder in the community. I laugh because I'm only in my seventh year of my transition, so I feel like I'm still a baby, right? But then when I talk to Gen Zers that, are 19, 20, 21, 22 years old, which we have three, I think, three Gen Zers on our board. And so then I really realized, yeah, Elijah, you are an elder.
Hey, you a young old man. You a young old man.
That's it right there. Yeah, I might need a T-shirt with that on it. I'm a young old
Old
man.
man, yes. Young in spirit, old in wisdom.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
Hallelujah.
that's it right there. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Um. So what would you say is the hope and desire that comes out of having such a diverse group of people working on this year's march?
Yes, so our tagline is impactful, revolutionary, collective. And so the hope is, and the goal is that as people, even leading up to the march, we're having virtual activations each Monday. Yesterday, we talked with our partners at ACLU. And so, number one, we hope that people are impacted by the work that we are doing in the community, impacted by the information that we are providing, impacted by the decisions that we're making and the moves that we're making as we bring people together, because we'll have the policy summit first, and from that policy summit we will take the things that we learn, and we're going over to Georgetown Law with 15 trans and non-binary senior leaders and our allies and funders, and we're going to get together and talk about and create a national trans agenda. And so that will be the takeaway, because we've not had that. We don't have that in the country. If you ask anybody what the trans agenda is, most people will tell you, I'm really not sure. I can't speak to it. And so that's really the second word, a revolutionary act. This is a completely new thing. This is a new movement. And so we want people to be mobilized and galvanized and charged when they leave. And then we want it to be collective. We don't want to move in a silo. We're not moving, just as an individual organization. We have, I think we're up to 36 partners now, between our partners and our sponsors, and that includes grassroots and community-based organizations, all the way over to the sponsors that can write the larger checks. And so it's going to take all of us, the collective. It's going to take all of us to move the needle on trans and non-binary equity.
I love it. I love it. I'm feeling excited. I'm
I'm
feeling
feeling
excited.
excited too. I hope you come. I hope
I
y'all
will.
come this year.
I will definitely be in attendance for sure.
Wonderful.
So is
Wonderful.
the policy summit something that anyone can attend?
Yes, so anyone can attend the policy summit. You have to register though. And if you go to our page, NTV March, National Trans Visibility March, so ntvmarch.org, you can click, there's a registration there. You can click to register. There's no cost to register. And the good thing, hot off the press, EL announced on your show, the good thing is when people register, and I suggest you register today, because when this word gets out, registration is going to be capped, because we capped at 240 people. So just so you know, so tell all your viewers to go on out there and register, even if they're thinking about coming. But it gives you the registration for all of World Pride. So World Pride is having, we're working in partnership with World Pride this year. And so as a part of what we're doing, we NTVM is actually a part of the Human Rights Conference. So we're basically like the trans track. You know how different conferences you go to, you have different tracks. So we're the trans and non-binary track. And so when you register for this, you are gifted with attendance at the entire conference, and that's a huge deal. That's a gift that World Pride has granted us. So I encourage people to take advantage of that. And the cap is 240. So once we get to 239, we're gonna say we got one more registration, and that's a wrap. so
Done.
so EL, when we hang up, you might want to go ahead and register you and your buds.
Man, as
Uh,
soon as we hang up, I'm on that. Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that first here. And I don't even know why y'all still here. Y'all need to be registering right now, right now.
yeah, like right now, because we
Right
know
now.
the first year in 2019, the March, they tallied over 5,700 attendees, and so that was in 2019. And so we anticipate at least that many people this year. And so specifically for the policy summit, that is capped because it's indoors and it's a part of a conference. But then the next day we have our empowerment service, where it's a spiritual service, an interfaith service on that Friday, which Reverend Carmarian always leads and does a phenomenal job of. And then we have empowerment workshops like financial literacy, emotional wellness, spiritual wellness, mental health. And then that night we have our Labor of Love Awards reception. We're hosted by HRC. You getting all the fresh off the presses.
Right?
You get, I don't know when you're gonna release this, but you get all the fresh hot off the presses. And so then HRC is hosting us for our awards reception, and that's that Friday night, June. The summit is on the 5th. The empowerment awards is on June 6th, that Friday, and that will also be a cap, and that's going to be even lower cap. So when that registration comes out, I might text it to you first, EL, so you can get in, because that's like the is I think we got to cap it at like 150 people.
Oh, I definitely
So
got to be in the room.
yeah. Oh, it's you want to be in the room, because we're gonna have our funders will be there, all of our community based leaders, and then our sponsors and partners. So it's definitely an awesome networking opportunity. So I encourage everybody, and then it's a time for us to, we get to honor the organizations that have been doing the work. This is taking place of the Torch Awards that we usually have annually, but this year we decided not to award individuals, but to award the organizations who have been supporting trans and non-binary folks, especially during this tough season.
Yeah, that I definitely got to be in the room. That is super awesome. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first. Y'all better
Yes,
y'all better register. Get on your jobs now. Stop playing. Stop playing. I am super excited because, like, in this time, like, we definitely need to be together, focused on what needs to be done and what it is we need to do as
yes,
individuals and as a collective to secure ourselves, make sure that we living in the world that we want to live in,
mhm,
and that we're safe in that world that we're in. And so I, as always, would like to thank you so much for your time, brother. I always get a lot out of when I speak to you. It's wisdom
same.
and love all the time, I'm telling you. Um,
Same. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you for giving us space to talk about the National Trans Visibility March. And if anybody has any questions, we'll be releasing our schedule here in the next couple of days. So you can find all the most recent information on the website ntvmarch.org. Make sure you follow us on all social media, National Trans Visibility March on Instagram, on Facebook, and on LinkedIn. And give us a shout out when y'all hear this. Let us know that y'all heard it on the what's the name of the show?
Blackout. Well, it's Blackout Magazine, so it'll be on our Blackout Mag YouTube and Facebook page. Absolutely. So,
Okay, awesome. Let us know that you read this or saw this with Blackout. We might have something special for you when you get to the March.
hey now,
Yes, yes, yes.
thank you. I love you, man.
I love you too,
Um,
bro.
any last words you want to leave the people with?
One, thank you for this space, and just thank you for all the work that you're doing to raise visibility in our trans and non-binary community. And I want to say to anybody who's watching this, it is probably the most challenging time that we in our lifetime have faced and will likely face. And I want to encourage you to find one thing that you're grateful for today, one thing that you can find joy in, and always, always, always move in love, even when it's tough to love the situation or love the person that you're moving with. Continue to always move in love, because you cannot go wrong if you do that. I appreciate you.
All right. All right, y'all. Y'all heard it here first. Blackout Magazine. I told y'all want if you are not subscribers to the magazine, you could go to our Facebook page or blackout.com and subscribe. You want to be a subscriber. You want to know where we going, who we talking to, and what we doing. So until next time, I check y'all out.
Peace.
Peace.